Carmelo Anthony makes his debut for the Portland Trail Blazers. We gotta talk about that game plus a couple of other games and then end the day off by talking about LeBron James and how he just made history with the Los Angeles Lakers. That's a look at what we gotta talk about today, but with that out of the way, what is up, guys? It's me, Zachary. How y'all doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day no matter what part of the world you might be watching from. You guys coming in already know the drill. Go ahead and annihilate that like button, destroy that like button, as it truly does help the channel grow. I greatly appreciate it. But not only that, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel with post notification turned on so you don't miss out on more videos like this every Monday through Friday. That is 5 days per week. That's enough of the intro though. That's enough talking. Now let's get into everything that we gotta talk about today. Let's get it. Let's go. Patience is going to be required with Carmelo Anthony. Patience is a necessity when it comes to Carmelo Anthony. Okay, so Carmelo Anthony made his debut for the Portland Trail Blazers yesterday. The Blazers, of course, go on to lose to this game against the New Orleans Pelicans. 115-104 the final score. The Portland Trail Blazers playing without Damian Lillard. And here's the thing. Before this game started, it seemed like this was going to be a perfect storm for a Carmelo Anthony resurgent return breakout type of game. You're playing against a team like the New Orleans Pelicans. No offense to them and their fan base, the organization, but they've been trash so far this year with everything that's been going on around them. And then not only that, you find out that Damian Lillard isn't going to be playing in this game. And then that's like, oh, a lot of touches just opened up for Carmelo Anthony, especially when you find out that he's going to be starting in the game. So you have all of these things going in Carmelo Anthony's favor. And even to start the game, the Portland Trail Blazers and everything looks like it's going to be going in Carmelo Anthony's favor. They go to him first 3 possession and he makes his first shot. It's a triple. Big start. And then you get hit with a massive dose of reality as the game goes on. As Carmelo Anthony starts to look like he looked like when he was playing with the Houston Rockets and the OKC Thunder. 4 of 14 from the field, 10 points, 5 turnovers, 5 fouls. But here's the thing. If there's one thing that's encouraging about last night from Carmelo Anthony, it's the fact that this was his first game. He looked out of sync. He, of course, was out of sync with any of the other guys, hasn't had a practice, hasn't really had a chance to talk to any of the other guys playing with the Portland Trail Blazers. You know, he just got a call a couple of days ago saying, you know what, we're going to need you. He's got to get back into shape. He was out of position a lot on the defensive end. You could for sure see that coming. Offensively, he died down as the game went on. He started to become as bit of a non-factor as the game went on. Never really got going 4 of 14 for the field for 10 points. I mean, I don't think anyone should be expecting Carmelo Anthony to come in and save the Portland Trail Blazers. I think it's unfair of the Portland Trail Blazers to even ask Carmelo Anthony to save them at this point, because that's a task that not many people will be able to do. Especially a player who hasn't played the game in over a year. Like I said, the other thing that we have to talk about today is LeBron James and how he just made history for the Los Angeles Lakers. And we're going to talk about that, but first there are just a couple of other games that we do have to get out of the way. And the first of those being the Golden State Warriors snapping their 7-game losing streak. When was the last time you remember the Warriors having a 7-game losing streak? 114-95 is the final score versus the Grizzlies. Alec Burks, 29 points. The only other game that we have to get into before we talk about LeBron James is the Sacramento Kings taking out the Phoenix Suns, 120-116. Ricky Rubio did return for the Suns in this game after sitting out their last game against the Celtics with back spasms, but he didn't really returned because you could tell that he still wasn't being Ricky Rubio. And then early on, that really affected the Phoenix Suns. By halftime, this was a blowout, and that's exactly when I turned this game off. But apparently that was a mistake because the Phoenix Suns had a massive second half and still made a game out of it. That's impressive to be able to do that without your starting point guard, the guy that you struggled so greatly playing without so far this season. Bogdan Bogdanovic was just a bit too much overall for the Suns to handle last night though, as he had 31 points on 11 of 14 field goals, including shooting 7 of 9 3-pointers for the Kings last night. Now though, for today's main event, the main course, the fried chicken with the hot sauce on it, we gotta talk about LeBron James and how he just made history. NBA history last night against the OKC Thunder as the man logged a triple-double, 25 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists, becoming the first player in NBA history to log a triple-double against all 30 NBA teams. Congratulations to LeBron James. However, this achievement in and of itself, I just don't think is the biggest thing. It's not the biggest thing in the world, especially considering that Russell Westbrook could have done the same thing the third game of the season. He could have became the first guy if he really wanted to, if he would have logged a triple-double against OKC, but I didn't think that he wanted to log a triple-double against OKC. Why? Because he was just 1 assist shy, and we all know the type of player that Russell Westbrook is. If he was just 1 assist shy of a triple-double, especially would have been making NBA history, he would have went out there and got that last assist. He just didn't want to do it against the Thunder. So he could have had this award, but LeBron now has this honor. Still, congratulations to LeBron. I'm not trying to take anything away from him. Actually, what we had to talk about today regarding LeBron is nothing but greatness, because that's what LeBron has displayed on the court so far for the Los Angeles Lakers this season. In the 14 games that he's played this season. Look, 25 points per game. 49% shooting from the field, 35% shooting from 3, 8 rebounds, and a career high 11 assists per game. This dude is 35 years old, and he's still having career best. This was supposed to be the year that a lot of people expected LeBron James to calm down, maybe average around 18, 7 and 7, something along those lines, 27 and 7, 27 and 8, anything along those lines. But LeBron James has not chilled out at all. He's still been exactly LeBron James. Even after the first couple games of the season, the question was being tossed around by people, including me, of this looks like it's going to be the year that LeBron James takes a backseat offensively. And yes, he has been taking a backseat offensively to Anthony Davis for the most part, but he has still been LeBron James. He just knows that he's playing with a special talent alongside Anthony Davis. And even though I think Anthony Davis is a special talent and he's a massive reason as to the success that the Lakers are having so far, especially on the defensive end, if it came down to it right now, the MVP for the Los Angeles Lakers is still LeBron James. And that's crazy to say for a team that is 12-2 when LeBron is 35 years old. This team wasn't projected to win 60, 65 games or anything like that. This was projected to be a 53-win team and finish behind the Houston Rockets and the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, maybe that still happens. Who knows? We have to see how Anthony Davis holds up health-wise, since he's a guy who health-wise hasn't been able to hold up his entire career so far. Just saying, I hope nothing but the best for Anthony Davis. So maybe he has an injury that causes him to miss some games. The Lakers drop a few because of that, and they do fall down a little bit, finish with a mid-50 win season. But right now, they're on pace to win over 60 games. And LeBron James, at 35 years old, as far as I'm concerned, has still been their best player. And if you're talking about that, then we're talking about, I know I just said otherwise yesterday, but I honestly think now that LeBron James could win MVP if this keeps up for the Los Angeles Lakers. If he continues dishing out assists at the rate in which he has, which there is absolutely no reason to believe that's going to slow down at all, and neither is there reason to believe his scoring or rebounding is going to slow down at all. So realistically, the stats that we're seeing now are around the stats that LeBron James will finish the season with. And if the Lakers do win 60+ games like they are on pace to right now, then LeBron James very well might win MVP and become the oldest MVP in NBA history at 36, passing Karl Malone, who won it at 35. And it's scary to say that, because then you want to say, well, next season is the year that LeBron James will slow down. But come on, can you really say that? That's the thing that everyone's been saying for the past couple of years now. Who knows what's going to happen next season when LeBron is 36, turning 37. I mean, the things that he's been able to do are, I don't want to say are unprecedented, because we have seen a guy in the past like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar do similar things. But how rare is it that we see a player have this good of longevity? Knock on all wood everywhere, LeBron James has managed to avoid sustaining serious injuries in his career. He's been playing at an elite level from day one. In 17 years in the NBA, 35 years old, leading the best team currently in the NBA still. I mean, that only speaks mounds to his greatness on the basketball court. Overall, he's just been one of the many great storylines that we've had to cover so far this season. Speaking of covering storylines, that's actually gonna do it for everything that we gotta talk about today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, you guys know what to do. Go ahead and destroy that like button, as well as make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on more videos like this, and you can stay up to date with everything that goes on in the NBA on a 5-day per week basis. Once again, thank you so much for watching. You guys are to know that you are the real MVPs. With all of that being said, until tomorrow, keep getting to the buckets, Team SDC, and I'm out of here. Peace!